Hello, and thank you for watching Asset TV. Joining us now is Clint Gault with Wealth Health and Cetera Advisors. Well, Clint, it's great to have you with us.
I appreciate being here.
So could you start by sharing a little bit more about who you are at Wealth Health and some of your core values?
That's a good question. When I think about that, it reminds me of a conversation that I was having with my kids, 4 great kids, and lovely wife. But having a conversation with them a couple weeks ago, and I was saying, kids, one of life's most important lessons to learn is that life isn't about you. Life is about serving other people and trying to make an impact in their lives. And if you can do that, life feels very meaningful and special. And that, I think, drives much of what we do. So I feel very blessed to have an amazing family, but I also feel very blessed to have an amazing team. We've got 10 plus people with advanced credentials and backgrounds and knowledge, but more importantly, they understand this concept that life is about serving other people, and that makes everything more fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a great core value for your family or for what you're doing at Wealth Health. Now, could you share a little bit more about what else makes you unique?
Well, aside from the massive coffee intake, everyone who knows me knows I love coffee. But aside from that, we're tax first in all we do. So everything we think about, everything we do when it comes to investment planning for our clients, we're always honed in on the tax structure, what we're doing. So I always say, it doesn't matter what you make in the stock market. What matters is what you make after taxes and above inflation. If you don't have a tax plan, you really can't have a true financial plan. And so I find that alarming when people come in and things are just all over the board. And I'll say to them, why are you paying more in tax than you have to? The law doesn't require it. Pay less if you can in taxes and have your money grow more efficiently. So kind of like our unique differentiator is working in and through the tax code to maximize our clients' wealth. And we do that with our background as tax and estate planning attorneys and CPAs and so on to the team to help serve in a unique way. But I think the passion and the ability to serve others is what drives all that we do.
Mm-hmm. And those after-tax returns can be very different than the kind of headline numbers that you see.
Yes, very much so, yeah.
Now, Clint, could you provide a few examples of what you were just speaking to in terms of how you're serving others?
Yeah, good question, yeah. So in terms of serving others, we try to be as active as we possibly can in the community to help and make an impact in people's lives. So I'm currently the president of the French Creek Foundation in Avon, and my wife's on the school board in Avon, and so it makes it a lot of fun. And we helped to lead up the Easter egg hunt and breakfast in the city, and we just had the first time ever the Christmas in July event where we had about 150 young kids. Some just excelled in school and had a great year. Some have different disabilities they're struggling with. Some are fighting leukemia and different cancers, and just amazing kids, and to be able to impact them and help bring a smile to their lives feels extremely rewarding. Christmas in July is also, that was huge, but the Christmas tree-lighting ceremony is probably the most fun event that we do. We focus on kids who are also going through tough times and try to just bring smiles. Santa Claus is there, and it makes it a lot of fun. So giving back feels great.
Now, Clint, could you share an example or two about that tax piece that you mentioned?
Oh, you would ask that, wouldn't you? Everything that we do is very process driven, so I always say, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? Why does it make sense? And I'll say a lot of times in meetings, structure, strategy, plan, have one, stick to it, build upon it, and you achieve wealth. Well, one of the huge things we do when we're serving our clients, something we call the Wealth Health Proactive Distribution Strategy. So it's all about having 3 different buckets of assets. So you have pre-tax money, you never pay tax on it, you're going to pay tax at some point, you or your heirs down the road. Roth money grows tax-free. And I always say I don't have any tattoos, but if it did, it'd be a Roth IRA. And then non-retirement money, you're paying tax at more favorable tax rates. And so if you can pick and choose where you're taking money out into retirement, you go back to my example about the tax code and how the first chunk of money isn't taxable, the next is at 10 and 12 and 22 and 24 and so on. Well, you can pick and choose how much you take from each tax bucket to keep people in a lower bracket preserving 10, 12% of the money in their pocket, which is really neat. And that makes it fun.
And Clint, you attend a lot of Cetera events. How do they help you in your business, and what are they like?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, a lot of it is, I think, we take what we do very seriously. My brother Doug, who was part of our team, I always called Doug the improved version of me. He's fantastic, but Doug went to John Carroll undergrad in Florida State for law school, and I would always go. He's 8 years younger than I am, and I would always go to John Carroll, and we would be studying until 2 a.m. And I was already done with college and law school, and this is a Saturday night, and he's like, "It's 2 a.m. What in the world are you reading?" And I said, "I'm always just trying to get better, because I appreciate the fact that people say, 'Here is my life savings. Please help us.'" That is a tremendous honor that we don't take lightly. And so going to conferences, be that Cetera or otherwise, is a really a tremendous way in which we can always be enhancing the level of value and service we can provide those that we serve. The joke at the office is that my tea time is at 6 a.m. at Starbucks, because I love coffee and I love getting better and serving people. Cetera conferences, though, are fantastic. They do an amazing job of bringing in top-line speakers, top-line talent to help educate us and make us better. And so we really appreciate that. We took it as a partnership to help serve together.
What makes them unique?
Cetera, it is a culture of sharing and caring, And so you go to a conference like this, and oftentimes I'm speaking at the conferences, and I'm honing in on a skill set that we have, working with the tax code to maximize people's wealth, but it forces you to get better at what you're doing because you have to prepare for it. And then everybody, technically speaking, they're all competitors here at the conferences, but it feels more like a brother or sisterhood where we're all trying to make each other better to help serve better. And it feels different. It feels special.
No, finally, Clint, how is Cetera supporting you in all of your endeavors?
Yeah, Cetera's been fantastic. It's the Cetera is, as many people know, or maybe don't know, it's one of the largest independent financial firms in the country. There's over 330 billion in assets, that they have. And so being with one of the biggest keeping independent firms in the country is huge to me, because as an investment fiduciary, I always want to put our clients' interests first above everything else. And so that independence is vital. And then the size does matter in terms of bringing forward best-in-class resources and tools, top-of-the-line events and education, a portfolio construction team, an advanced departments team for partnering up to help serve those that we can play a role in their lives with.
Well, Clint, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
And thank you for watching. Once again, that was Clint Gault with Wealth Health and Cetera Advisors. I'm Jenna Dagenhart with Asset TV.